This particular Walmart here in Daytona Beach is really weird. Always police cars here, and this looks like some kind of police huge vehicle. I don't know what it is, but there's also a regular police patrol car, and for a while there was police cars patrolling up and down the different aisles or the different rows here. So I don't know if they're here as a deterrent to keep people from stealing, or if there's something going on, but it's like this almost every day around here at this Walmart. Interestingly though, if you look right next to the police cars there, appears to be a van dweller as well as RV parked over there. Other than that, I don't really see any other obvious people in their vehicles. Well, there might be some that are stealth, hiding in the mist just like I am. I have just gotten off work, and I'm currently cooking up dinner. I've got the vehicle running right now, and I'm cooking with the inverter cooking system, even though the van is still messed up. But, you know, it has to function to cook and everything, and I didn't want to eat cold food. You know, just sandwiches and stuff again. So I'm making some noodles, the lo mein noodles. Sadly, I don't have any greens with me today. I could have gone into Walmart to buy something, but I didn't think to do it before I started cooking. So I'm just going to go ahead and eat it with, I threw in a couple slices of ham, you know, the sandwich ham, chopped ham, and that's all I have. It's like 2 packets of lo mein noodles, some ham, and I'm going to throw in some of the seasoning packet, and that's going to be tonight's dinner. It's nothing too fancy. I'm missing my greens, but it's all right. I think I'll be all right with it. Had an incident at work. This was my first pay period, and it was messed up. They didn't give me the draw as expected, and I was like ready to just leave, because for 2 weeks I only got paid like $300 and something. I was like, what? That's ridiculous. I can't even make my child support payment for that. So I contacted the boss, and, you know, said this is seriously messed up, because according to the pay sheet, I was not getting any credit for any sales, and then on days that I was there, I was pretty much listed as if I wasn't there. So the schedule was all wrong. So I didn't hear back from him for a while, and then at the end of the day, you know, I was like, you know what, this is just too crazy. I had gone through this. If you guys know how it was last time, you know, that one of the reasons I left was all this crazy stuff with this job. So I wrote the boss a text and told him, you know, I was going to go ahead and take my weekend off until they could resolve this cash situation here, because obviously I cannot work and not earn any money, not even enough to cover my child support and my living expenses. So the thing is, weekends are our biggest days, and they're losing people left and right here in Florida, and I think it's related to stuff like this, just weird stuff with the pay scale and whatnot, and the payments. But the boss called me directly right before I left, and, you know, explained to me the situation, and we went over the schedule, because I have a copy of it and I had to verify it. You know, I keep it just for cases like this. And I submitted it to him, and he looked over it with the documents that was submitted to the company, and found the errors. So evidently the first week they didn't give me the draw. They only gave me partial draw. And the second week was all messed up. They had me marked off on a day that I was here, so I didn't get the draw on that. And it ended up being just an ugly mess. But long story short, the boss straightened it out, and they're going to wire me money tomorrow to Walmart. So that will carry me through for the next week and a half, 2 weeks that I'm still working here. So what I'll be able to do is make a partial payment for my ex-wife for child support, and just have to split up the payments instead of trying to pay her all at once like I was hoping to do. But that car going off because the other car backed up. I hope it doesn't keep going off, because it's going to be annoying. I'm going to go ahead and stop talking, because it shut itself off. Thank goodness. That was so annoying. But basically, he's going to try to wire me. He's not going to try. He's going to wire me tomorrow. some money tomorrow to make up the difference. And with that, I'll be able to pay the child support for my ex-wife. I can't pay the full amount, but I can give her a partial payment. And then 2 weeks from now, next paycheck, I'll go ahead and give her the other half. And then that's what the plan will be. It's just to pay her every time there's a pay period. I'll pay her half of the amount due. Actually, I'm trying to pay more than the minimum just to try to get the arrears caught up. So, things are still okay. I was just very frustrated today. It was amazingly frustrating. There's a lot more to it. Let's not go negative. You know, I think we can sit here and talk about all the negative stuff going on with our lives, and then it doesn't make you feel better in the end. All it does is just make you feel more negative. But a long story short is that it was a rough couple days getting readjusted and seeing the work schedule and seeing all the stuff I had to deal with Sam's Club, as well as with the customers, the inventory, everything else. There's just a lot of crazy stuff that's not right. There goes the cop right there cruising again. They seem to be cruising all up and down this whole... I think they're here as a deterrent more than anything. But that does make me, you know, say, wow, Daytona Beach must be a high crime area or something. I'd never seen Walmarts where they had police cars out in force just patrolling the different aisles, the different parking lot aisle. But they do that, and sometimes they have the lights running, which is weird. But back to my little gripe here. It looks like it's going to be resolved. The boss says he'll wire me the money tomorrow. You know, so I'll plan to stay and work this weekend, even though it ended up messing up. It's a long story, but remember how you guys were suggesting that I try to work the weekends because that's when we make the most money? Well, by shifting that, the scheduling got messed up, and it caused me to lose a week of draw. So the third week that I worked, I'm not going to make the draw because I was only scheduled to work like 3 days instead of 5. And that's going to cost me because I wasn't able to make that much sales at the NEX, and there's no draw for that week. So I'm basically screwed. But it's all right. I expect to try to make up for it with sales over the next couple weeks now that I'm here at Sam's and out of the base exchange, the military exchange, where I couldn't sell the plus sets. So I'm going to attempt to do the plus sets. Maybe I'll get Lisa, the other vendor, to videotape me. So you can see me in action here with the plus sets and see what it looks like at Sam's Club versus the Navy Exchange. Now, Sam's Club is doing some crazy, weird stuff. How it works is this. You know, we are a vendor contracted through Sam's Club, and we bring our own inventory and do all this stuff. And when we sell, they actually make money. It's like really easy for them to make money on it. So it would behoove them to have us sell as much as possible. You know, I think we sell more knives in a day than they do with their stuff just sitting there on display. So it seems like it would make more sense for them to want us to sell as much as possible because they make a lot of profit for simply doing nothing other than giving us a little space. But they've now got this rule where I can't even do the announcement on the PA. And because the company didn't have a amplifier PA system for me, I wasn't able to announce my shows. Yeah. So trying to do a knife show without the ability to announce it, to tell people that you have a special event going on, was terrible. So my first day was a flop. I didn't really make very many sales. I made some in the morning when I was using the PA until the management at Sam's Club came and told me I had to stop announcing. And then my sales went down to 0 for the rest of the day because nobody knew I was there. And I was literally just giving away free gifts, you know, because you call somebody to come over, they stand there, and by the time you finish, there's 20 people there, but none of them were there for the show. They just want the free gift. So I was giving away a bunch of free knives, cutting up tomatoes and bread, just wasting money. And I didn't make any money. So the company lost, and I lost, and Sam's lost. So they wouldn't allow us to do any more announcements. So luckily my partner was able to scrounge up some of her own money, and she bought a PA system from Sam's Club. So we were able to use that today, and the company will reimburse her. And some of you might be wondering why I didn't buy the PA. And if you know what's going on, it's because I'm strapped for cash. I haven't been paid yet, and it's week 3. And I've been using what little money I had left just to get back and forth to work and buy the supplies necessary to run the shows. And then when I get my first paycheck, it's missing a whole bunch of money. I wasn't getting paid any of the draws. So you can imagine what happened to me. I went ballistic. I was like, this is ridiculous. I have to pay child support, and I'm not even making enough to cover that and all the expenses. So it was about to make me walk. I was ready to leave. But the boss calmed me down. He said he's going to fix it, and I'll get paid tomorrow. So we'll see. And if they do pay me as they say, then they are keeping their word, and I'll just write it off as a real glitch and not something weird. And I just got to keep my eye on it. You know, I got to monitor exactly how much it's being sold and try to run the numbers through the registers and compare it to the computer printout and everything, and just check to make sure there's nothing weird is going on, because this is the kind of stuff that makes people quit, you know. So I want to stay in this job. I want to make it work, and I want to try to get, you know, things stabilized, at least for the time being, until I can find a more stable job. But for now, this job, if I can make it work, it should be all right. You know, with the draw in place, that should handle the situation with the child support and give me a chance to try to get it paid, you know, on a steady basis, and try to get the arrears caught up. Some of you are wondering why I work in a system with a draw. Well, the fact is I have enough confidence that I think I can sell these knives. I've done it before, and I've seen how the show goes, and I know how fantastic the knives really are. They really are great knives. See my car here steaming up from my rice cooker cooking, and I think the food is done. But long story short, the job has a potential to help me get the situation stabilized really quickly, and that's why I'm here. Assuming that no more of this weird, crazy stuff comes up, because if it does, I don't know. You know, I walked last time because of all this crazy stuff, and I may have to walk again. Right now, the company seems to be trying to make it work, just like I am. So I'm going to stick it around, you know, stick around at least 2 more weeks and see how it goes. And if things start to get better, stabilize more, then everything will be okay. And life can get somewhat, you know, some semblance of normalcy, even though it's still kind of messed up. But it'll be a lot better than it was when I was actually having to live out at the at Camp Freedom 2. If you guys watched those episodes, then you know what that was like. Whew, with the skunk ape and everything. So just wanted to let you guys know, just a quick update, and let you know I'm okay, and still working hard to try to get things back on track, dealing with problems as they come up, and still remaining optimistic and hopeful that everything will work out. Appreciate all your kind thoughts and well wishes, and just let you guys know I do enjoy reading your comments. Some of them are really interesting, some are helpful, and some are weird. Until next time, everybody, I hope you're having a good night, good day, or whatever time it is. Stay safe, and God bless you.